Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to be doing a soft, subtle glam, and this is just going to be a casual chit chat. Get ready with me. Stick around to see how I got this beautiful end look, and let's get started. I feel like I haven't done one of these in a fat minute. The last one I did where I was telling you guys the toxic tea on one of my exes, I've been feeling like I want to do glam for no reason again. Where were those days? Now it's always, I gotta go out, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I also did press on nails for the first time. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do we love, do we like, are we living? I'm gonna be using a lot of my Shein products today. So recently I did an accessory haul, and that's actually where I got these press on nails from. I got this kind of heatless hair curl roll from, and I got these lashes, so I'm really excited to try them out. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Poo Color Brow Pencil. I'm just kidding, it's Morphe Chocolate Mousse. So yeah guys, how are you? How is life? Been trying to grow my channel and posting. I'm doing everything I can in God's name. So I really want to make this my full-time gig. Spilling some tea about my goals and dreams. I really want to make my channel my full-time thing. That's why I keep uploading, and I'm trying to figure out what works, and I'm just being really raw and honest right now. If anybody's a creator on here and has been posting for a fat minute and, you know, is kind of not getting anywhere, like, I feel you. Especially growth on YouTube. I feel like it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience and a lot of consistency. Like, I've seen a lot of creators like post and post and post and post and post and not get anywhere, and then I see other creators like post one video and boom, it literally just takes off, and that's that for them. They're set, and honestly, go them. I really want that to be me, but it's just not happening yet. I mean, like, my Shein video did a little bit well, and it's gotten me like a lot of kind of engagement and subscribers, which I'm so grateful for. Love you guys, especially the ones that watch like all my videos. Like, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But yeah, I'm just really trying to find what kind of works and what kind of content people want to see, because I do want to make this my full-time gig. Like, it's my dream. It's always been my dream to either be an actress or like a content creator. That has literally always been my goal. And by the way guys, I'm using the Tower 28 concealer in DTLA shade. Now that I'm going a bit more pale because it's winter here in Australia, all of my tan shades that I spent all my moocher on are literally not matching me right now, and I kind of just wish that I bought lighter shades, knowing that majority of the year I'm gonna probably be pasty. Because my tan, honey, I don't know who blessed me with these genetics. I wanna go to court. I wanna seek an investigation on this, because let me just tell you, it takes me a fat minute to get tan. Like, I will literally be in the sun for ages and literally nothing will happen. Like, I'll have to put oil on and tan and tan and tan to really even like get it to penetrate through. And then when I do get tan, you would think because it was so hard to get tan, it would like stay. But the thing is, like, it goes so quick. So it's like, I wish I was able to tan quick and then it would be slow to go, but it's literally like reverse for me. It's really hard to tan, and then when I finally get tan, it literally goes like this. Like, already I'm kind of pasty again. So I can't win with this tanning game. Like, honestly, I love to naturally tan, but this suntan do not want to bless me. Back to what I was saying about YouTube. So yeah, I'm just doing my best to kind of like just post. If you're a new creator on here watching this, like, let me know. I would love to actually know what your YouTube experience has like been like so far. And if you guys are wondering why I'm looking here, it's because like I have like a camera set up, books are literally stacked up. I seriously need to get some professional stuff, so excuse moi. And then I actually have a mirror here because you guys are in front of my other mirror, so that's why I have to face down here. But I would love to know what your guys' experience has been on YouTube. I want to meet some other small creators. Like, some other small creators are actually popping up on my feed, and like, they only have a couple of hundred views, and it literally gives me such comfort knowing that there are other people really trying and like posting as well. Sometimes people literally make fun of you for that, and they go, oh my god, you're posting on YouTube and like you're not crushing it, when there's like so many other people, we're comparing ourselves to them when they get like viral off one of their first videos, or they finally make it after posting for a while. It can be really disheartening. Like, I've seen a lot of creators kind of go through this and actually make videos on it, and you know, they tell you all the strategies and what to kind of do and things like that, and it's like you do it, and you know, it takes time, and everybody, I guess, has like a different timeline for that. So those are my eyebrows. What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? Do we love? Do we like? Or are they disgusting? Now I'm gonna go on with my eyes. I'm gonna use the same concealer. Just put a little bit on top of my eyelids. I usually stack this on, but since we're going for a more chill look, more subtle glam, I'm not. Like, I'm literally not. And I'm gonna honor what I say, because in my other get readies with me, when I say I'm going for subtle glam, I'm literally, I don't end up doing that. Like, I aspire to, I don't know, a ghost takes my hand and like all of a sudden I'm a drag queen, okay? I have a condition, it's serious. More recently, I have been doing like more subtle glams, and I actually really like the way they look. There's the I literally have to rush so I don't have time subtle glam, and then there's the intentional subtle glam, which is like you make sure you do all the steps that bring the look together, and I feel like it just holds a lot better, you know? Circling back to YouTube, I'm really interested to know what kind of journey have you guys had with YouTube? Like, if you're a small creator, let's follow each other seriously. Put your handle below and I want to subscribe to you and see what you post, because I love connecting with people who don't have like a mega massive following, and it's really comforting to me because it lets me know that other people are also on the journey too. Anyways, I'm just going in with Fit Me. Now, I usually go in with Huda's pressed powder for my eyes, but since I'm doing a more subtle kind of glam look, I really want to go with a powder that's gonna oxidize to my skin tone. Gonna go for a powder that is a bit more skin colory. You can use whatever makeup products you want, but I feel like drugstores are so good for like subtle glams, because like drugstore makeup, I don't know, like you can do boss beats with them, don't get me wrong, but maybe it's just me. Does anybody else feel like drugstore makeup is kind of more for subtle glam and like quick on the go kind of glam, and then your higher end makeup products are more like for when you're actually going out or when you're going to do a big beat? I don't know. Let me know. Am I crazy? I probably am. And what I absolutely love to do for like subtle glams, bronzer as my eyeshadow, honey. This is literally for on the go, but this is also for, you know, when I'm just doing a subtle glam. Like, I don't want to have to stack on 5 different shades and then blend them out, do the base, do the transition, blah, blah, blah. Like, just bronzer, a little bit of bronzer and a brush, honey, you're sweet. And I really like this bronzer, by the way. If you are looking for a good drugstore bronzer, you got to get on the City Bronzer by Maybelline. I'm using the shade Deep Cool 300. This is like perfect. If you want more, you can just pack more on. I'm just doing a quick bronzer for my eyes. And then what I like to do is get like a bit of a fluffier brush and then just blend the top parts, because I feel like it always creates like a bit of a line. So I like to just get a bit of a fluffier brush and just blend out just below the brow, so the eyeshadow, which is our bronzer, doesn't look too crazy. I'm so itchy, god damn it. This is just a get ready with me, by the way, not a teaching video, but I do sprinkle tips here and there. Okay, I wish I had like a brown liquid eyeshadow. I really want that, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to be a little bit crazy. I am going to use like a brown color in my Makeup by Mario palette, and I'm going to use a brush, something like this. These are the Morphe brushes. This one actually is for eyeliner, but I can't get this thing off it. Like, did they freaking glue this thing on? Like, what the fuck? I have to cut this thing off. Literally, I couldn't get it off. But yes, I'm gonna get this brush and then just wet it a little. Don't you just love licking your brushes? Okay, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. I've actually never done this before, so I hope it pays off. How could I do such a thing? I was on such a good streak. Good thing is I have something like this, which is actually meant to help you clean up these kind of errors. So yeah, this is actually not eyeliner at all. It is just an eyeliner brush. So that's my shadow eyeliner, which I think is really cute. If I'm in a hurry, I don't really use the eyeshadow palette. I honestly actually just use my eyebrow pencil. I find it way faster, much easier. Okay, the lash didn't really stick to my eye. I mean, what can you kind of expect from Sheen lashes? I think I'm just gonna skip these half lashes and I think I'm just gonna do a natural eye. I will make an effort to try out the lashes, but just maybe not today. Next thing I'm gonna do is get my cute little curler and curl my lashes. So I've been reading this book lately. It's called The Psychology of Money. I'm really learning a lot from it, and I'm really realizing how much our society is conditioned, especially with the new age of social media, how much our society is conditioned to be poor and like look rich because we care so much about what other people think, and we so desperately seek approval from other people, and it's just a projection of our issues and our needs for validation. And you know, instead of resolving them internally, we kind of project them externally. Not gonna lie, even if you work on these, it's still really tempting. Like even me, somebody who I would consider a self-aware and has done work on myself and has invested in my self-improvement, like I'm still somebody who is very tempted and very influenced by society, by everybody on Instagram. Sometimes that awareness isn't always there. Like sometimes I am driven by desire, success, and external things. I just always try to remember this one thing that I learned from a guru. And this guru literally said to me, us as humans, right, we desire things so bad to the point where we become like obsessive. You know, we'll do anything to get that thing, and we will do a lot of things to fulfill our desires, right? And despite whether or not your desire is positive or negative, you still desire that thing, and like it takes up so much mental space. Like you're always thinking about it, you're always putting together a plan to get that thing, and how much of your life is really spent kind of obsessing over this thing. Usually this is what happens. Like we get so attached and so obsessive, and we get really desperate, or we get really sad because we feel like it's so far away, right? We think to ourselves, oh, we'll be happy, or our lives will be so different and we'll be so much more fulfilled if we have this thing. The thing that we don't understand is because we desire something so much, we're so attached to that thing, and we create this whole narrative around it. And when we finally get that thing, we think like in the moment, oh, we're so happy, we're so happy, we're so happy, right? Because we have the thing. That is not actually happiness. We're happy because of the absence of the desire. Because we have the thing, we don't crave it, we don't obsess over it. Like there's no strong attachment there anymore. And we think we're happy because we got the thing, but we're actually happy because the desire has dissolved. It's absent. We don't have that need anymore. So we feel at peace, we feel relaxed. And that's actually why we think we feel happy when we achieve certain things. It just teaches all of us a valuable lesson about obsession and attachment. Everything really is a reflection of you. Like everything is really a projection of you. It really just teaches us desire things and achieve things with caution, and with knowing that this external thing is just this thing. We create the whole narrative and the story around it. Like this Benefit Roller Lash, like this mascara is just a mascara. There's no happiness inside of it. Like if I buy it for $19.99, like it does not come with, oh, this is mascara and you get happiness with it too. It's just a thing that people make in a factory. Like it's not actually designed to give you and promise you that happiness. It's just a tool that you can use when you're doing your makeup. So the thing in and of itself that you think is going to bring so much happiness, it's just a thing. That's why the happiness when you achieve your desire fades and you're on to the next thing, because it's not actually happiness. It's just the absence of the desire, the absence of the pressure and the relief that you feel now that that's over and you can free yourself of that. It's nice to have nice things, but we need to realize that they are just here to make our lives more comfortable. They're not actually here to actually give us happiness. Those kind of things come from within, and that's kind of made me realize that whenever I desire something, that whenever I work hard for something, to remind myself that, hey, this thing that I want, I'm going for it because I genuinely want to, and it's not because I think it's going to fulfill something in me that I can't fulfill myself. I've been really leaning into realizations like that recently. I'm now using Huda Easy Blur and Fenty. These are both BB creams, so for subtle looks, a BB cream is all you need, honey. You don't need foundation. Unless you want to use it and you like using it, by all means, go crazy, girl. You might be thinking, why on earth am I using 2 BB creams? Well, because I love the formula of Huda, but unfortunately, I'm not that shade anymore. I'm getting lighter. So yeah, guys, that's just some things that I've learned. Let's face it, the way society is designed, it's actually kind of designed so that there are people who suffer and there are other people who benefit from that suffering, and then there are other people who don't suffer, and that's because they, majority of the time, either don't care about society or they know how society works. I'm really trying to actually balance, you know, how I see life. I want to be internally happy and I want external things. Like, I'm not going to suppress that. That's like a desire of mine. A part of society being the way it is, and like the new age being the way it is that there's a lot more opportunity for us. Like, there was not back in the day, like you could only do a certain type of job, have a certain kind of career, have a certain kind of life, and that was it. Like, the boxes were very set in their way and opportunities were limited. So there are a lot of good things about the way society is designed. Now I'm gonna go in with some cream bronzer. I'm gonna go back in with Misfit Me and set my under eyes. I don't care if my look is not perfect today. Usually I like feel so much pressure. I'm like, oh, because I'm filming a video, my makeup has to look perfect and I have to edit out all the fails and clumsy parts, and I always just like tell myself, but that's what makes it real. Like, I'll watch a perfect makeup tutorial if I'm like genuinely wanting to learn a skill or something, but if I watch get readies with me and things like that, I'm more interested in the person, I guess. I've kind of also just accepted that your 20s are not the years where you're meant to achieve this huge success. Like, there are people who do achieve huge successes in their teens and then sometimes in their 20s, and those people are incredibly lucky and they're incredibly blessed to have achieved that, and that was meant to happen for them. That was in their divine timeline. It was meant to happen for them for a specific reason that we can't consciously understand, but we just have to trust that. If we don't, then we start pressuring ourselves and thinking, well, why can't it happen for me, and why didn't it happen for me, and what did I do that's wrong, and am I not good enough as this person? Even if it wasn't true, I rather believe in things that bring me more peace and joy and love in my life and acceptance. So I've just really surrendered that a lot of people do not make huge kind of successes that we see online in their 20s. I know a lot of people now kind of do because social media and all of that. And there are also a lot of failures that we do not see. I've just kind of accepted that your 20s are kind of meant to figure out what you want to do and who you even are. And the people that have made it huge in their early years, while they're making it big on the surface, they're still figuring themselves out on the inside. So while you have the freedom in your 20s, just enjoy it and figure out who you are. Like, honestly, if I could go back, well, I'm only 25, but when I started my 20s, I would have invested a lot more in self-development and just figuring out who I am and not having this pressure to make it big in my early 20s. It's such a pressure I put on myself because I'm so driven and I'm so ambitious, right? I have this pressure that I put on myself all the time, and it's a struggle that I'm going through, that like I have to make it big in my 20s, and if I didn't make it big in my 20s, especially my early 20s, I wouldn't have been in that top 1% of excellent people. And because I strive so much to be excellent, that because I'm not in that category, it brings up a lot of my worth and how much my worth inside my mind is correlated to a certain age and a lot of things I can't control. I do my best every day to go for the things that I want, but I also remind myself that like even if I do everything right, it still may not happen for me in a certain time frame or in a certain way, and then don't let that block off the other good things that are happening in my life. And I've realized why so many things happen the way they happen. When things happen to us, in the moment, we literally do not understand why it's happening. And we think the world hates us and we think God doesn't exist. I feel the same way when something doesn't happen in a certain way or in a certain time frame. It must mean all these things. But in reality, when I've just trusted that sometimes things happen because it's a greater reason for something good for me that I can't see and that I can't understand right now, when I see it from that perspective, it gives me a lot more peace and a lot more empowerment. You can choose what you believe in because you know that it's 100% true and you just have that inner knowing, right? But if you genuinely don't know and you're just figuring out what kind of is true, you can literally pick what's true for you. What do you want to believe in? A lot of people don't realize this. You can choose what you believe in. You can choose your belief system. I'm just going in with the Morphe Cheek Thrills blush in Blind Date. We could choose what kind of music we want to listen to each day, right? It's like we can choose that, so we can choose what we think. We can redirect our thoughts. We can choose what we want to think about instead. We can believe in things and not believe in other things, and we can choose that, and we can choose to work on those things. So choose your beliefs wisely. Like you can choose empowering beliefs. Even if you grew up thinking a certain way, when you're conscious enough and you get a bit of an understanding of the way the world works and you invest time in learning how the world works and how you work, you can literally choose what kind of beliefs you have. You can choose to have empowering beliefs that are going to help you in life. They're going to get you closer to the things that you want and the way you want to live your life. And you can also choose beliefs that are going to take you further away from that lifestyle that you want to live and maybe give you something else instead. Like those beliefs might give you comfort, they might give you safety, or they might be there to prevent you from dealing with something that you don't want to deal with. Please remember and remind yourselves that you can always choose. Believing that you can't choose, like who would want to believe that? I'm not here to disprove any theories, but why not believe in things that empower you instead? Certain things that are negative may be true, but if we choose to not believe in them and believe in the possible outcome instead, we literally create that thing. We project it so we can perceive it, and we then make that thing true. It's like when you start thinking about, for example, oh, I want red cars, and then literally all of a sudden you start seeing red cars everywhere. And you're like, what the hell? Like, why am I seeing red cars everywhere? Because what you've started projecting, what you've started paying attention to is what you're starting to perceive. Your reticular activating system, it's not creating the red car from thin air. Like that's impossible, right? I don't know, actually. A lot of things are possible these days. It's pretty impossible to just start creating red cars with your mind. What your brain is actually doing, your reticular activating system, is actually blurring out other things and focusing on red cars because you've started thinking about red cars. You've started looking up red cars. So you're projecting in your thoughts red cars. So what your brain is doing is obviously going to look out for a red car. So with your beliefs, if you start believing that there is a chance and that when this person passed, they passed at the right time that was meant for them to pass, to leave this earth, it gives us a lot more freedom and acceptance that things do happen for a divine reason that we don't actually know, but that we might get a chance to understand later. But if we can trust that it was meant for a divine reason, we can start then projecting a better life. Our reticular activating system can start focusing on positive things, divine things. And what does that do? That creates a lot more peace for yourself in your life. It probably will prevent you from getting a lot of health issues, because a lot of health issues start out a lot of the time as internal manifestations, either stress or negative thoughts. And it's been scientifically proven, literally. You know, for me, it's even a daily practice. You know, you don't just achieve it and then that's it. Like, life is not black and white. And that's what I've come to realize only now, being halfway through in my 20s. Like, I wish I kind of knew this sooner. Even though I thought I knew it and I really wanted to know it and I wanted to project as if I knew it, I didn't really know it. I still saw life as black and white, even when I was doing my self-development practices, and it's either this way or that way. And that's what makes sense. That's what keeps you in a box. That's what limits your thinking. But understand there's multiple ways for things to happen, and there's multiple reasons why things happen, and you can choose why they happen or why they don't happen. You can justify it, because there's so many justifications for everything that people are making anyway. And it's like, you can either create your own justification, or you can choose to believe in an empowering one, or you're just going to be at the effect of other people's beliefs and other people's projections. Because if you don't start deciding, people are going to decide for you, and your mind's going to go, well, this is much easier than deciding for ourselves, because for whatever reason we don't want to, so we're just going to pick this up. But whether or not you want to choose to believe in what you want to believe in, that's up to you, and that's always going to be up to you. That's our free will coming into this life. And if you believe something and you just stay in the mind realm, oh, I believe this and I'm going to focus my thoughts on this, but you don't act in alignment with that, then obviously you're not going to manifest things, you're not going to create things, you're not going to achieve things. So you do have to actually implement your own belief systems so it can actually become unconscious. It's kind of like learning a skill, right? First, it's on the conscious level. You might suck at it a little bit, but you're just understanding the game. You're just understanding the processes. And then you become consciously good, where it's you're good at it, but you have to obviously put conscious thought and effort into it. Once you start doing that for a certain period of time, you then become unconsciously competent, where it's already automatic for you. It's in your belief system. You can do it with your eyes closed. It's like driving. You don't consciously think about, oh, I'm going to check the mirrors and I'm going to put shifting gear and in this in drive and got to make sure my seatbelt's on. Like, you just do it automatically. Your brain's thinking about fried chicken, or what you had yesterday, or if you left the oven on. It's not thinking about those things consciously, it's automatically doing it. So that's the thing about your beliefs. If you can live in alignment and not just stay up here, but put it into action, then you will automatically, you don't need to worry about making the right decision, or if you missed an opportunity, or you didn't do this, or you should do that. There's none of that anymore. You've chosen what you want to adopt mentally. It becomes unconscious. And in the beginning, like with everything, it's going to be an effort. Like, it's not going to be overnight. Like, it is going to take work. There are people who just accept that and just do the work and find the work to be quite therapeutic. And then there's people who resist the work. So you can honestly choose whatever person you want to become in this life. And that's what kind of inspired me to start talking about this, because I'm choosing what person I want to be in this life. And I went through this shift a couple of years ago. I started to adopt a certain belief system, and then I undid that belief system because I realized I wanted different things. And that's what I've surrendered to be the 20s as. 20s is just undoing beliefs, adopting beliefs, figuring out what you want, what you don't want. And you have to do a lot of things to figure out whether or not it's meant for you, right for you. You want to do those things, or you don't like doing those things. You have to do it. So that's why a lot of people feel like they're wasting their time, but you're just getting experience points. You're just discovering yourself. And a lot of that is going to pay off later when you start doing those actions. But right now, it's okay that you don't have what you want. Like, I have achieved things, and I'm sure everybody has, but like, not all of us are at that level that we want to be at just yet, and that's okay. And we may get there, we may not get there, we may get there in a different timeline, in a different way. We might benefit and realize that we don't actually want that thing anymore, and then therefore it's a blessing. So no path is right or wrong. We're just doing our best, and that's all we need to do. So this is the end makeup look. I'm going to finish it off with some Charlotte Tilbury Setting Spray Airbrush Honey. Now it's time to actually undo my hair and see what mess is hiding under here. Oh my god, I'm scared. It was my first time. It's my first time doing a lot of things today, guys. My first time doing press on nails. My first time filming a get ready with me in a different location. My first time doing these heatless hair curl rolls. So disclaimer, I'm not a pro. I just kind of followed the little tutorial. So I do hope it came out nice. I do think I've had these in for 3 or 4 hours. And as you can see, it's a hot mess, okay? These curls are not tight. I do hope they came out nice. Whoa, okay. I'm kind of impressed. I was not expecting them to actually curl. So guys, that was this subtle glam chit chat get ready with me involving hair and also press on nails for the first time. So I definitely do rate this. The only thing I don't like is that it's a bit stiff. As you can see, it's naturally in like a square formation. So I think I might invest in a more snug, cushy one. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like this video. I also am really trying to grow my channel, so if you could give me some love by subscribing, that would mean the absolute world. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.